Yo, greetings and salutations. On my way to work. And just was thinking about how I used to be on this grind, hustle and bustle, posting on YouTube and stuff. And I realized that it was a lot more than just making videos and stuff like that. It was more of a chance to speak and then also be able to listen to what I said in the past. It's like a little virtual diary kind of thing, seeing my progress, not just in life, but in the way I think and my thoughts, seeing that kind of progress. Anyways, I was thinking about what to talk about today. I think we got about like 40 minutes to talk, and I'm just gonna do uncut. Just kind of say what's coming to my mind. I watched this video that talked about living like a wizard. And I really like that. I love fantasy stuff. I love the idea of magic and like those kinds of things. I do want to preface this by saying I don't think practicing magic is a good thing. We don't understand, and I'm talking about like there's actual like people who put curses on people, and like there's actual magic practicing. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about like the fantasy kind of thing. Please do not be doing some dark magic spells, please. Thank you very much. Moving on. Living like a wizard and what that entails. And I was thinking about, to summarize the video, he talked about how wizards are usually in tune with nature. So, it could be as simple as having a plant that you take care of in your house. It seems like a small thing, but that entire plant's existence is dependent on you. So that's pretty cool when you think about that. All the plants in your house that you have currently all depend on you to survive. So you really kind of connect to nature in this kind of way. Pets, those kinds of things. So I like having fish and plants in my house. But anyways, with wizards, they have spells. And I was thinking about this, right? Like, what's a spell? When a wizard casts a spell. And I realized what it is just words. And the Bible kind of talks about this, how words are spirit. So if you want to know what spirit's working through a person, you just check the words that they speak. Because out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. We're like buildings for spirits, and if you're not spiritual, fine, you're buildings of ideas. What ideas do you allow to dwell within you? What kind of desires do you allow to dwell within you? So out of the overflow of your heart, your mouth will speak. So spells are just words. So I was thinking about this, I was like, man, sometimes you just, when someone cooks with what they say, when they say something really like, dang, that was really good, it's like, bro, they just casted a spell. And I was like, damn, that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool spell, dude. Freaking dude's a wizard with his words, And yeah, I think that with words we have to be able to help ourselves in times where we need a spell to save us from the dragon kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to hear the right thing to get out of a certain situation or to get through a certain situation. And I was just thinking like I wanna be more like a wizard with my words, be able to speak wisdom and to actually have an impact on someone. Most importantly, myself. I realized that I find myself being quiet a lot more than speaking because it's easier to be quiet. You're less likely to offend people. You're less likely to say the wrong thing. So just being quiet is easier, but then nothing happens. And you can never learn. So, yeah, I was just thinking about, the sayings I have. I have a couple sayings that I like. They're like the spells that I have crafted as a wizard. One of them is, when you walk outside, not with a cup with a lid, with a mug. When you walk outside with a mug full of coffee or tea, the world becomes your living room. You walk outside like this and you're, bro, you're in your living room. The world's wherever you go, that's your living room. I like that. That stuck with me. I like how that sounds. And I was thinking of another one today, and this is kind of what I wanted to talk about. This is the main thing. The wizard thing was a little bit of a side quest, LOL. The main thing I want to talk about is the common, and this is one of my spells. Wingardium Leviosa. Ready? This I cooked this up. This is Mr. Pilu's quote, bro. This will go down in the grimoire of spells. Listen. You are the common denominator of all the situations you faced in your life. You are the common denominator of every situation you have and you will ever face in your life. And the reason why I said that was, in a world where you think you just need this one thing and then everything will be fine. You think, oh, if I just get this, then things will be better. It's like, bro, the things that change are always changing, but like you're the common denominator with everything. And, you know, what needs to change is not you getting that thing or you achieving that goal necessarily, but it's like, how do I phrase this? You just have to think very profoundly about what it is you're trying to do. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. You are the common denominator in any situation. Like, the way you experience something is completely dependent on you. So even if you get everything you want, if you aren't aligned with what you need to be aligned with, it won't matter if everything else is perfect if you're not. So, yeah, I was just thinking, you know, like, even if I graduate, even if I get a job and stuff like that, will that make me happy? Even if I achieve everything I'm doing right now, like, is that me being aligned with what I want to be? With what I want to do? Yeah, so reality is what we perceive it to be. So, you know, that ties into what I'm saying too. It's like you gotta think about how you think about things. You gotta see how you see things, and you gotta really check if you're doing the things that are important to you, or else you're gonna be miserable, I think. I'm at a red light. Let me look you guys in the eye. Yeah, it's just being able to speak. I think I had a lot of insights. Bro, who's honking at me, man? Oh, they were honking at the other guy. Yikes. I had a lot of insights when I was speaking out loud. It's like when you go up to your teacher and you ask them a question. They're like, okay, like, tell me your question. And then as you're telling your teacher your question, you get the answer. You're like, oh, I get it. I think that's what talking on YouTube is, or to you guys, not YouTube. I don't care about YouTube. It's a corporation. It's a beast, a monster of consumption and distraction. I'm talking to you guys as people, the individual. I was reading a book on Zen, and it was talking about how when you hear a message, the message will only have value if you listen to it as if it's only for you. And he explained, like, obviously the best way to teach is to teach a one-on-one. That's a transmission of knowledge, right? But the thing is, a lot of people have to learn, so that's why we learn in groups. But when you're in that group, you have to listen as if the person is only speaking to you. Only then can you fully attain what the person's trying to say. And this has to do a lot with, also for me, listening. I feel like I don't really listen to people. Listening is a skill you have to practice. And I find myself usually failing to actually listen. Because rather than listening to the person, I'm just thinking about my response or thinking about my own opinion, rather than first seeing what this person is saying and seeing it from their point of view, their emotions and stuff like that. So yeah, when you're listening to a message, you have to really think about the state that you're in when you're listening to it. Jesus talked about how the farmer sows seed in the field. And the meaning of that parable is a person talking to people, a person teaching people. And the 4 kinds of fields represent the 4 different kinds of heart that a person can have when hearing the same thing. Some people can not even be listening. And that's what the path is. The path isn't even a field, so the seed gets thrown on there, but the seeds get taken away. And then there's the rocky and the thorny, right? And the point of this is, again, if you're not religious, it doesn't matter. You can just take the wisdom from this. And the wisdom is, when you're hearing a message, it really matters how you hear it. Because reality is only as you perceive it to be. Is the cup half full or is it half empty? Reality can be bent to your will. 2 people can look. There was a saying, I listened to a TED Talk, not by choice, it was in school. These 2 people went and they found a village. They were shoe salesmen, and they found a village. And these 2 people, what they were doing is they were trying to find places where they could sell their shoes. One of them went and saw that no one in the village wore shoes. So he sent a letter back saying, it's hopeless, no one here wears shoes, we're not going to sell anything. The other salesman that went there sent another letter back and said, it's a gold mine. No one owns shoes yet. We're going to make so much money. And the point of this is, both of those situations, right? Both salesmen were looking at the same thing, but what was different was their perception of reality. The way they looked at it. Right? Oh, positive and negative. But it could get even deeper than that. Things aren't always just black and white. So, yeah, this just ties into, again, me, I'm me. It's not anything else. It's me. Like, I have to sit down and understand myself and know myself, and you have to know why you think the way you do, and you have to be able to not just be passively sitting in your mind and letting your mind take the steering wheel with every single thing you do, every emotion you feel, every single thought you feel, every impulse. Like, you have to be at the steering wheel of your life. And yeah, I was just reading an email I got from my professor. So yeah, I mean, listen, guys. Listen, guys. Let me tell you something. We are all heading somewhere. We're all going somewhere. And I think religion, Nietzsche said God is dead. And he's not referring to God being dead, but the thing is, like, when science and philosophy came about, the wisdom of religion suddenly vanished from the world and became, what it is. Like, oh, you're religious? Oh, wow, I can't believe you believe in a big man in the sky. It's like, it's a lot deeper than that, and this is something that people have been having for thousands of years. So it's something at least worth looking into. The wisdom. Heaven and hell, those have huge misconceptions. I'm not going to get into that. The point is, like, there's a destination. And people are like, nah, I don't believe in that. Okay, fine, but like in our lives, we're heading somewhere. You know, at the end of it, there's gonna be something. We're gonna end up somewhere. You're always gonna end up somewhere. And like everything you do and don't do will determine where you end up. You see? Everything you do and don't do will determine where you go with your life. And that's something that you can't obsess about. Oh, if I do the wrong thing, like there's a level of trusting yourself and a level of intuition, a level of following your gut, it's like balance. You got to be balanced in everything. You can't be too much to the left. You have to find the middle path in everything. But the point is that you have to realize, okay, I'm heading somewhere. And you have to sit back. That's so funny. There's these two girls, and one of them just picked up a huge snowball and was like threatening the other girl. It's crazy. Anyways, where are you going? If you keep living your life the same way you are right now for the rest of your life, where are you going? If you're going in a good place, that's hype. If you're working hard and you're the rubber's hitting the road, you're getting traction, you're chilling, you've done what you got to do, you're taking a break and you're chilling and you're like relaxing, like all these things are fine. This is not meant to be like you got to improve. It's not about improving, it's about checking yourself. Just a little check-in. When you go to the doctor, it's not always to improve your health. Sometimes it's just to check up on your health, see how it's doing. And I think we got to check up on ourselves. We're not always bad. We're not always good. You just got to check up on yourself every once in a while. You got to check the compass to see if you're on track, if you're going where you want to go. It's crazy when you think about what people did in the past. Sailing across the ocean is crazy, bro. They couldn't tell what the weather was. They couldn't tell. There's so many factors. No idea. And they're in a wooden boat and they're relying on wind. And these people sailed across the freaking ocean. That's crazy, dude. And for me, I'll be honest, like, I really struggle with getting up and just trying to do something. That's my biggest struggle. Just try. I have a friend, he always says that. Just try. Like, yeah, bro, just try, man. Like, what's gonna happen? You're not gonna lose your leg. You're not gonna lose your arm. Like, just try. And there's this need, like, oh, but what if I mess up? So what if you mess up, dude? At least you did something. At least you can look back and say you did something. Yeah. Like, for me, it's like, yeah, where am I heading with my life? What am I doing? And like, there's things I want to do, but I might be too scared to even try to do them. Yet I still think I'm going to end up where I want to be. You know? There's traffic for no reason. It's a little bit concerning. I'm already late for work. This guy just watched me tap my chin. Maybe he's a fan. Are you a fan of me? Maybe he's a fan. Please, sir. Please, sir. Let me go, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, just trying. Just trying to do something. Yeah, life's a little off date, finishing school, recently got married, I love my wife, I know you're watching this, yes, I got married, a lot of things, learned a lot from, being in my first relationship. I learned a lot, learned a lot about myself, and like what it really means to be in a relationship, and It's the greatest, I think, the greatest teacher. Yeah. And my wife has helped me a lot too, to learn about myself and stuff. So very, very thankful for her. But yeah, just like even me getting married, because I decided to go on a date. Bro, I was so scared. I was so scared to go on a date. Like, I wanted to turn back, man. I thought I was trying to be nonchalant. I was like, just gonna go talk, get some coffee, be chill about it, you know. I was like 5 minutes away. I was like I was stressing. And I was really awkward too. That's a whole story. But the point is, like, the only reason I'm married now, I mean, there's millions of reasons. But the main thing is I decided to go on a date. I decided to set up a date and go on a date. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't be where I am in my life. You know, and obviously I'm not saying like, oh, just go get a date and that's it, like, boom. But like, you have to try. You have to put yourself out there. You gotta put your sails up. It doesn't mean there's gonna be wind all the time, but when the breeze does come your way, you're ready, your sails up, and boom, you're riding the waves. So, you know, I think that's a good, I'm gonna talk about that. Have your sails up, you know, be ready for whatever comes your way, you know, like, be ready to handle any situation, because, you know, you never know when the breeze is gonna come. Yeah. Buying stuff. I'm addicted to thrift stores. I grew up always getting hand-me-downs, going to thrift stores and stuff like that. And like, I just love getting a good deal. I love, like, when I find something that's usually really expensive and I can get it for a cheap price, I'm like, oh boy, oh boy. But that's not good, because then my bank account suffers from death from 1,000 cuts. A bunch of small purchases add up. But I realized, like, I have this need for things. You know, I feel like if I don't get it, I'm missing out. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss out on it. If I don't have this thing, I'm missing out. And it's just like, bro, you didn't have it before and you're fine, and all of a sudden now you need it. Like, just chill. And it's like, for even YouTube videos, like, I'll save the video to watch later, and I'll never watch it. I have at least 4,000 videos. Guarantee it. At least 4,000 videos. Maybe 3. Save to watch later, and I have not watched them later, guys. Because I feel like, oh, if I refresh my page, I'm going to lose this video, and I'm interested in it, so I want to watch it. And it's like, yeah. And the reason why you're like, okay, Philip, those two things are not connected. No, everything's connected, bro. And let me break this down to you. How everything is connected. Look at our world today. Look at the cheap garbage houses we're making. Look at the sidewalks that crack after a year of being built. Look at the freaking box restaurants we have now with no character that are just meant to be sold down the line to a random company. Like, look at the way information is given today, right? Everything is meant to be fast and temporary. You understand? Quick, easy, temporary, nothing's meant to last. We just want to make it for the present. Our buildings are like that. They're just meant to be nice for now. Because in 100 years, these houses are going to be garbage, bro. They're not well made. They're not made like they used to be made in the past. They're made like paneling, plastic, like they're garbage. But now it's nice. Plastic surgery, Botox. Wow. Oh, wow. You look so good. And then like 5 years later, you look like you had a botched plastic surgery job, because it never looks good as you age. So it's just a temporary thing. Just temporary. Let me look good let me only think about now. Let me just, like, in the worst way possible. Being present is fine, but like temporary, it's a different thing. And quick and easy. Oh, I need to do my homework, ChatGPT. I'm not confessing anything. I'm not saying I would ever do such a thing as an academic warrior. But you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, let me just look this up. Oh, I read this on Instagram. They said this. Did you know that? And like, you just read one Instagram post and you think you know everything about a topic. I'm speaking for myself. I do that. It's like, bro, back in the day, you had to take a book this big and read it to understand and really know a topic, to follow a thought through, you know. And now everything's quick now, quick boom. Nothing's made to last, and that's reflected in everything. Our art, the way we give information to people, the way we build things, the way even relationships are meant to be whatever, like, what can you give me now? Everything is so temporary and superficial. Back in the day, they'd build a building and they're like, man, this building's gonna be here in 500 years. They built things to last because they cared about the future. And again, in the best way possible. That's not like stressing, oh my gosh, the future. It's like, nah, bro, we're gonna build a legacy. Today will be a legacy for the future. We don't have that for us. We don't have that mindset anymore. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, everything's connected. It's not just in one field, it's in all things. This idea of temporariness and superficialness. Aura. When you sit in your car drinking coffee from a cup, not one of those sipping things. I spilled some coffee here, it's okay. My car will smell like coffee. No one's complaining. Just aura. Aura. I have aura. Sorry, I stemmed there a little bit. Always I need more knowledge. I need more. Oh, dude, I need to do this more. Bro, I'm so tired, dude. I sat in the bathtub today and like I felt it inside me. Oh, I gotta do something. I gotta scroll. I gotta play a Clash Royale game while I'm sitting in the bathtub. Like, I felt, and I'm like, just sit, bro. Just chill a little bit. Just watch yourself feel these things, dude. Just sit down, relax, chill. And man, I was chilling. I felt like my brain was like passing gas. Like, you know when you can't, like, when you're in a situation where you can't, fart, so you hold it in and you're like all tense up. You're like, you're clenched. You're clenched and you're holding it in. And as soon as you leave the room, or as soon as you're able to, our brains are so clenched because it's constantly like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. It's like, bro, chill a little bit. You gotta chill a little bit. Gotta relax. Gotta release, pass some gas. Gotta chill. Why don't you just sit down and figure things out a little bit? You don't have to keep bombarding your brain with new stuff. Like, let me tell you guys, you see this chapstick here? So you have to pay attention to the small things in your life. This chapstick taught me a very valuable lesson. And if I didn't pay attention, if I was playing a Clash Royale game, I'm at a red light, by the way, and I wasn't paying attention to the lesson, that this chapstick was trying to teach me, I would have missed it. And the lesson is this: you have to take inventory of what you have, because I promise you, you have a lot more than you think you do. You have to sit down and take inventory of everything you have, because more likely than not, you have a lot more than you think you do. Now let me break that down for you and why that lesson came from this chapstick. So it's winter. My lips are getting crusty. Okay? My lips are getting a little bit crusty. I was like, I need some chapstick. I couldn't find my chapstick. I looked for a little bit. I was like, I don't have chapstick. I guess I have to buy some. So I spent $5 on Burt's Bee chapstick. And it's not as good as it used to be, in my opinion. I don't know what's up with it. Anyways, I'm in my car and I forgot to bring it with me. And I'm like, dang. And I'm looking for it to see if it's in the car. Lo and behold, I found the chapstick that I bought last year. Perfectly fine. Still a crap ton left in here. And it's a really good brand too. Better than Burt's Bee, in my opinion. This is raw sugar. And I'm like, bro, I had this? I could have saved $5. And now you're like, oh, bro, it's just $5. That's by 1,000 cuts. Pay attention. You got to pay attention to the conversation. You can't scroll and listen to a deep thinker like myself. You have to be fully invested. Notebook open, taking notes. I make references, okay? Anyways, this was here. And I didn't even know that this was in my possession. This amazing, beautiful chapstick, mango flavored, delicious. I would eat it if I could. Okay? What am I trying? What is this? What is this sage of wisdom, Pilu? Pilu sage. Sage Pilu. What is he trying to... What knowledge is he trying to transmit to me right now? Bro, you know a lot more than you think you do. Your brain is not a filing cabinet, okay? Your brain has a lot on its plate, okay? It's got a lot going on. So you can't expect it to remember everything at any given moment. So sometimes you got to give your brain a little bit of a break to do an inventory check and see, okay, what do I got? What do I have? What am I doing good? Let me see what I'm doing good, what I already have. Because all we do is think about what we don't have. And then that makes us depressed. Oh, I'm not fit. Oh, I'm not where I want to be in life. Oh, I suck at school. Oh, I'm not doing... Like, you're always thinking about what you don't have. And you don't take time to check the things you do have. Because they could actually be pretty good things. That's not to say you can't have goals. But, check what you have. Because maybe what you have can help you achieve your goals. Maybe you got to remind yourself who you are, what you've done, so that you can keep moving forward to do what you got to do. Maybe you have to check your car's middle console compartment to find the chapstick that you needed all along. Bro, you have to sit down and you have to actually really give yourself time. Trust yourself, bro. You gotta trust yourself. That's all. You gotta trust yourself. We're capable people. If you're alive, you're a capable person. You're alive. You've done something right, bro. You're alive. You're still here. You're balling. But yeah, you gotta check. And then oh, what do you mean check? Are you talking about clean out my closet? You gotta stop taking things so literally. Maybe, yeah, clean out your closet. Sure. Check what you got. You probably... I can't find some... I've been looking for a pair of shorts. I can't find them. Maybe I should sit down and go through my clothes and find this. I have a lot more clothes than I think I do. I guarantee you. That's why moving is so stressful. Because all of a sudden when you're moving, you're like, oh my gosh, I have so much stuff. I didn't even know I had this much stuff. It's yeah. Because you're too busy thinking about everything that you need. Bro, I did not need chapstick. I already had it. But I didn't take the time to take an inventory check to see, let me check what I own. Instead of like, oh, I need to buy more. Bro, what if I already have enough? What if I have too much? What if buying more is actually hurting me because I already have too much? So you gotta do an inventory check. Always. And I mean, to be fair, our society is like that. It's always pushing, buy this, do this. You gotta watch the next Mr. Pilu video. Oh, did you watch all my other videos? Everyone's always asking for the next Mr. Pilu video. But did they watch all my videos? Did they watch all of the study streams? Think about it. I'm kidding. Not really, though. Think about it. What if what you want from me is already there? You just haven't looked. In one of my videos, let me put on some chapstick. Cheers to raw sugar. Not sponsored, by the way. Maybe they should sponsor me. That'd be crazy. I'll reach out to their PR team. Why not? Why not just try? Hey, I'm a niche micro celebrity YouTuber. Let me sponsor your guys' chapstick. What's the worst they can say? No. Boom. Beautiful. Tastes delicious. Yeah. Think about it. Take inventory, bro. Clean out the things in the attic. Physically and mentally. No, like, what I mean by that is, like, bro, we've accomplished some pretty crazy things. Like, I think we forget what we've accomplished. And then we just think we're failures. But you have to take inventory, like, bro, and David Goggins talked about this. It's like a cookie jar. We have these cookie jars of our successes. And whenever you're hungry or whenever you're sad or you feel like you're a failure, reach into that cookie jar and eat one of those cookies, bro. I ran a freaking marathon this year. And I will milk that cow till it's dry. But guess what? It'll never be dry. Because I ran a freaking marathon. Or a peloton. It's 25 miles. So 1 mile off of a marathon, but it's a peloton. So it's... Anyways. Bro, I ran that. Craziest thing in my life. I ran for like 5-6 hours. Hello? Dude. Do you think it was easy? I thought I was gonna start peeing blood. My legs experienced pain like I've never felt before. And I never talked about the run. Maybe I'll make another video about that. Anyways, bro, I look at that moment and I'm like, dude, I did that. I'm a capable person. I like in my piano playing, like, yeah, I'm not the best. There's so many people that are better than me. But like, I'm still pretty good. I'm okay. I got that going for me. And I have to take that seriously. You have to take the good things you've done seriously. It's not cringe to like pat yourself on the back. See, the world has conditioned us to always beat ourselves down because there's always a product that will help us. Oh, you're depressed about something? Buy this pill. So they want you to be down, and they don't want you to be able to self-help yourself, like to pick yourself up. They want you to pay them to pick you up, whether it's through stuff, medication and stuff. I'm not a doctor, please don't listen to what I'm saying, but you get what I'm saying. I'm talking generally here. Please be a Giga Chad alpha brain thinker, okay? I'm not trying to, we're thinking here, we're thinkers. They always want to offer a product to fix a problem rather than us being able to fix the problem ourselves. And yeah, you gotta, take inventory. See, that's one of my wizard spells. Boom. I just, boom, casted a magical spell on you. Again, I'm not talking about witchcraft stuff. That stuff is real, and that stuff is dangerous. Do not mess with that stuff. I'm talking about the mythical, fun, Lord of the Rings, good side kind of thing. Like, boom. Words are powerful things that can convey ideas. They're sounds that can convey a message to your brain and alter the way you perceive reality. That is insane. Think about that. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Soiled it. Soiled it. Think about it. Think about it. Excuse my stim. Listen, guys. Aura. I have to aura farm you guys. Ready? I'm at a stoplight. By the way, I'm a responsible driver. Aura. Literally aura. Bro. Like, literally, think about it. And don't think too much about it. Overthinking will stop you from doing anything. Well, what if I fail? What if I can't do it? Thinking is part of it, but too much of anything is bad, especially thinking, okay? So don't think too much. We're thinking moderate. We're moderately thinking here. Okay, you have to think of moderately. You can't hardcore think. It's gonna mess you up. Inventory, taking inventory. Let's see what I got in my glove compartment. Shall I see? Let's check. Look at this beautiful pen I have. Do you think I remembered I had this pen? No. But now I'm looking at it, I'm taking inventory. I was like, wow, this pen was actually a birthday gift from my friend Robbie. Shout out to Robbie. It has multiple things. Very expensive pen, actually. Ooh. Who let the white boy cook? Oh! Listen. You gotta freaking check and remind yourself of all the stuff you've done in your life. Good and bad. Taking inventory is not about picking and choosing. It's about actually just checking what you got. And it's only when you look at everything laid out in front of you that you're able to then move on in the right direction. But if you just keep thinking, oh, I need this, I need this, I need this. Bro, what if you already have it, though? What if you already have something better? You know? You have to check. You have to check. Like, for example, I chose to go into a career of computer science. And that's that. I mean, I'm not going to change that. But, like, what if I just sat down and I'm like, can I do something better? Is there something that I'm really good at? Is there something that maybe I already have that I don't have to develop a skill, a brand new skill? Maybe there's a skill I have to develop more. You see what I'm saying? This is an example of taking inventory. Maybe there's a part of you that's already pretty well off. I just dropped the pen. No. Okay, I got it. Maybe there's something that's already pretty good and it's like already a good foundation. You just got to build up on it rather than buying a whole new house. You get what I'm saying? Is it clocking to you what I'm saying right now? Like, dude, take your inventory. Inventory check. Buy, more. Dude, chill. You already got the chapstick, bro. Think about it. You already got the chapstick, dude. Dude, you already got freaking raw sugar chapstick, but you didn't know you had it. Damn, that's crazy when you think about it. That's crazy when you think about it. I'm looking at the next car I want to get. My car is beautiful. It's a beautiful, modest car. Okay? And I'm over here looking at other cars. Why? My car has almost 200,000 miles on it and is going strong. I'm so proud of my car. It almost makes me cry. This car has been with me through so much. And like, I'm just so thankful for it. And I'm already, oh dude, I don't want to get a faster car though. I want a new car. Bro, chill, dude. Just chill. Everything is gonna be fine. Yeah, so, you know, let's be wizards. Let's make our life a little bit more fun. let's make our life a little bit more fantasy. I'm not talking about furry kind of stuff. Don't be doing that. I don't care if I offend those kinds of people. I'm sorry. Not really, but I'm sorry. Like, you gotta make your life, like, when we're watching these movies, we think it's so cool when we see these people. Like, damn, bro, that's so cool. Like, they got music playing, they got a little soundtrack whenever they walk in the room. When you wake up, why don't you play a song when you wake up? Do 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 do. Like, you play a song, like, that's your song, bro. When you come home, you put on a song, it's like, this is my intro song. Why not make your life a little bit more fantastical? You know? And, like, that's what I love about the wizard thing. It's like, I actually feel like a wizard when I look at my fish tanks. I just set up a fish tank today, and I'm like, damn, this fish tank looks pretty dope. And, like, it's like a cube of water, and it's housing these creatures. Like, dude, when you put it like that, it sounds freaking dope. I'm sorry. I have a cube of water that's housing living creatures that I'm sustaining. Dude, that when you put it like that, it's like, you know, when you, like, try to make your job sound cool. Like, oh, I'm a freaking retailer at a high-end company. It's like you work at McDonald's. But, like, yeah, bro, why don't you do that with other things in your life? Make your life... Bro, when I'm watering my plants, I'm like, this is my enchanted forest. This is my enchanted forest. You know? And your spells. Everyone has different kinds of, like, for example, there's fire magic, ice magic. Everyone has their different natural attributes. Some people are just funny, and they have some funny spells. Some people, they have some cold, hard fact spells, bro, that slap you in the face, like, doom, boom. You know, and you gotta hone in on what you're good at talking about and get good at it. You can't be good at everything, and you're not supposed to be. You're supposed to rely on other people for the places that you're lacking. Because if everyone tries to be good at everything, you're not gonna be good at anything. You gotta specialize in something. Obviously, be good at, you know, generally good at most things, but really have a specialized thing. And yeah, I think with speaking, you know, you gotta think about what kind of message do you want people to take away when they hear you speak? What kind of message do you want people to take away, you know, when you talk to them? How do you want them to feel after they've interacted with you? Aura. I was just talking about, I'm at a red light. I forgot to aura farm. Aura. Science is finally catching up with religion. Okay? And if you are a wise guy, you'll get what I'm saying here. Meditation was thought to be pseudoscience until we had technology advanced enough to see the benefits. In the same way, chakras, meridian points, all these things, science has yet to verify their existence, but they will eventually. Okay? And one thing that science has confirmed is aura. Aura is an actual thing, and it's actually the scientific name is biofields. We as living creatures have electronic currents and electronic fields that come out from our body. And it's called a biofield. And there are things, physical things, sounds that can affect your biofield. Okay? So you literally have aura. But what kind of aura you have is up to you. When people come within your presence, what do they feel? What do you want them to feel? You know, like when you're next to a nice person, you feel safe. That's because that's their aura. That's literally their biofield that they've created for themselves. When they walk into a room, it changes because of them. They don't change because of the room. And this is what it means to have a strong sense of self. Not ego, but of who you are as a person. Okay? And you gotta, this whole conversation comes back to the common denominator is you, reality is your perception. Like, bro, you, who are you? What do you want to be? And you can be whatever you want to be. And I hope it's something good. I hope it's something righteous. And I think we all want to be righteous. We all want to be good. And that takes work. That takes a conscious effort, a deliberate decision to want to be good. And back to the biofield, like again, when people come within your presence, they come within your field. Number one, you have to have a strong enough resonation of who you are. Because if you are, like the Bible says, there was this one guy, John the Baptist, it says he was like a reed blowing in the wind. When someone told him to do something, going this way, that way, you can't be a reed in this life. You'll never have any form. You'll never have any substance. You have to be you, and nothing can change that. And when you do that, the waves will hit the rock won't move, the water will disperse around the rock. And in the same way, when situations, people, and events happen to your life, if you are a rock in who you are and what you know and your perceived reality, anything can hit you and it won't matter. Reality will bend to you. It'll go around you. It'll morph into what you want it to be. So with aura, when you want to be that constant source of goodness, that requires you to be strong. You can't be weak. If you're weak, then another person's negative aura or negative emotions or whatever will overtake yours, and then you'll resonate at that frequency. But when you're strong, nothing can change you, and you become this rock that people can find refuge in, that people can look up to. And that's what I want to be in my life. And I think that's what we all need to be, and that's what'll help the world be a better place. See, the world, like, if you watch the news, bro, come on now. It's we can't think about too much the evil in this world, because it'll consume you. You're not supposed to stare into the void. What you got to do is pull up your pants, okay, put your belt on, go out in the world, be a good person. And even though it seems not like much, that's what we got to do. I watched this I'm not talking about like politics in terms of global warming, but it was this old guy, and like he would boil water and then he would reuse it for something. I forget what. And that's the thing about stories or like spells, words. Sometimes you might not even remember exactly what was said, but the effect it had on you will never leave. I don't remember what he was using the water for. And I don't even remember exactly what he said, but the point of it, what he was saying, stick with me, it's like, this is what we can do. Like, these big companies are dumping chemicals into the rivers, and there's no way we'll ever be able to stop them because we're just a person. But the least I can do is reuse my water. And that was powerful, bro. I was like, damn, it may seem like a little bit like, okay, bro. Okay, dude. But like, think about that. His reality is, at least I'm doing something to the best that I can do it. Damn, that's powerful. This guy was like, yeah, these corporations are dumping chemicals in the water, plastics, everything, and it seems hopeless. But even though it's hopeless, I'm still going to do something positive. I was like, damn. We just got to do what we can do. And that's enough. Martin Luther King was one guy. Gandhi, one guy. Think about what they did. Do you think that if they sat down and started overthinking, can I really change the entire United States of America? Can I really start a civil rights movement? Me, just one person? Bro, do you think if he thought about that too much, he'd do it? No, he just did it, bro. And he didn't change. When the waves came, he knew who he was, he knew what he stood for, and he stood firm. Bro, freaking Gandhi, all these people, bro, they were strong. And they had aura. Freaking aura farmed. They're aura farming even to this day. Well, I just got to work. But listen, guys, to summarize this, you got to actually put the phone down. It's that damn phone. It's that damn phone. Listen, put the phone down. Put the YouTube video down. Except me. Like and subscribe, guys. Click here to watch the next. Listen, put the phone down. Enough with consuming. And just take inventory of what you got, bro. Check who you are. Examine yourself. Look within yourself. Even if it's a little bit scary, don't be scared. Don't be scared of the cobwebs in the attic. Come on now. Don't be scared of the cobwebs in the attic. They're just cobwebs. Okay, you're going to look at your life. Look at your life. See what you've done. Look at your old trophies, your old medals, your old photos. Okay? And look at the mistakes. And only when you examine yourself will you be able to tell where you are, and you'll have a better idea of where you want to go. Okay? Be a wizard in this life. Not like an actual. Don't be doing dark magic stuff like that. Don't mess with that. Have fun. Be whimsical. Go on adventures with your friends. Make your little spell book of sayings. Quirky. Like, have your book of sayings. Like, oh, this person says that. Like, that gives you influence in this world, and that's what we want. That means you exist in this world. You've influenced people. Have your little spell book. Have your little plants in your house you take care of. Have your enchanted forest. Okay? What else was Pilu talking about? Make sure you use chapsticks. Don't be walking around with crusty lips. Check if you have chapstick before you buy it. This guy just turned on his LED headlights in my face. Okay? Listen. Figure out who you are. Look at yourself with sober judgment. You're not that bad. You're not that good. You're doing okay. Okay? You're not that bad. Don't worry. Be gentle with yourself sometimes. And I'm not good at summaries. Let me start all over. I want to start all over real quick. Listen. Don't forget who you are. And don't lose the voice inside of you. I was watching Wicked, and for her to fly, she looked in the reflection and she saw her childhood self reaching out her hand. We have to become who we are because our younger self isn't able to anymore. They hoped that we would take the wheels. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Please listen. This is a new topic, but it kind of summarizes everything. Bro, our younger selves are looking to us right now, and they're seeing what we're going to do, and they're just hoping that we do the right thing. I don't know what the right thing is for you. I know what it is for me. But you gotta take inventory, and that's what it really means. Look at yourself. Look at your purpose. You know, are you doing what you got to do? Do you have what you have? Do you need something more? Do you already have it? Don't let yourself down. Don't let yourself down. Don't be too hard on yourself. I'm late for work right now. I gotta get going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not good at summaries. This is my first video in a while. I'll get better at summaries. Why not just try? You know? Why not just try? Just try, dude. Whatever you want to do, just do it, dude. Just do it. Pilu out. I'm gonna come up with an outro. Figure out what it is. See, we're gonna figure it out along the way. But peace out, guys. Best of luck. If you made it this far, you're a real one. If you skipped ahead to the end to see what I have to say at the end, you're still a real one. Shout out to my wife. I love her very much. Peace.